this episode of the Engaging Marketeer podcast, I wanted to talk about something that I've been experiencing over the last few weeks, which, while may seem quite basic and quite obvious to most people in my industry, based on the experiences I've had with people over the last few weeks, it does actually need to be expressed, and it does need to be said and need to be understood. And it's about how you promote your business via Facebook groups. Now, this seems really simple. You go into a Facebook group and you make a post about your business, about what you do, and then loads of people see it who are in the group, because there could be hundreds or thousands of people in the group, and they all get really excited about what you're offering, and they buy from you, or they become your clients, or they become your customers, and it's very easy, and you can do it in lots of different Facebook groups at the same time, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel, and everybody makes loads of money from doing it, and it's very straightforward. Except, of course, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works at all. You see, I run a number of groups. I won't go into how many there are. There's a lot of groups I run, and they vary in activity based on, some have maybe several dozen posts per day, whereas the least active may go a couple of days without a post. And it's not necessarily to do with how many people are in the group. So I think the most active group I've got probably has about 4,000 or so members in it. So it's not that many, not on Facebook group standards, but it's a very active group. It gets a lot of posts, a lot of engagement, and every time somebody makes a post in it, a lot of people see it. We're talking, thousands of people seeing it. Whereas other groups I've got have more people in it, but they don't get as much engagement. They don't get as much posts. And that's largely due to the kind of people who are in the group and the kind of things they use the group for. Now, the problem arises when people who run businesses or in business for themselves think, right, well, I'm going to promote my business on Facebook, and this is how you do it. I'm going to go into this group for a local area. It might be a Chester or an Ellesmere Port area, or a business advice group for a particular area, and I'm going to share a post from my Facebook page. And say, if anybody needs any help, just give me a call. This is my number. Or we've got this offer ending soon. Or we do this and we can help you with this. Just contact us here. And they think they're going to get loads of business from it. But I'm an admin in these groups, so I see what the reach is of these posts. I see what the engagement is of these posts. And I can tell you quite categorically now, this does not work. It does not work. Because if a post in a group doesn't get anybody engaging with it, then the reach of that post is going to be severely limited. So if you're going around sharing essentially the same page from your Facebook page, the same post from your Facebook page, this is what we do, this is one of the services we have, and you go through different groups and you share it in all of those different groups, you're not sharing it with thousands and thousands of people. You're sharing it with nobody, because nobody's going to bloody see it. And I had an argument with somebody today who was a business owner in the local area, who insisted that what they posted in this group, firstly, was helpful to the people in the group, and secondly, didn't break any of the group rules, and thirdly, I should reinstate this post because he thinks it's absolutely okay and that's how it's going to work. In the message to me when he was complaining about this, he even called it an ad, and you're going to put my ad back in the group. It's like, mate, you've just called it an ad. You know you're not offering help. You know it's not a post. You know it's not something that's going to be useful to anybody. You have literally just called it an ad. There's no ads in the bloody group. So what they're doing is they're going into groups and they're sharing their posts and they're thinking that people are going to see them. But the way it works is the more people who engage with a post, the more people who engage with something within a group on a regular basis, the more Facebook's algorithm puts posts from that group in front of them, whether they are in the group or not at the time. And that's the key function here. That's the key element. People do not have to be in a group, in the actual group at the point, in order to see posts from within the group. They just need to be a member of the group and to have engaged with it. So when they're on their normal Facebook feed, if they engage with that group on a regular basis, Facebook will put posts from that group in their feed so that they can see it. So the majority of people who see posts from a Facebook group are not actually in the group at the time. They're not in the group looking at what posts the group has got to say. So if you're putting posts in a group and nobody is engaging with it, nobody is commenting on it, nobody is clicking on it, nobody is clicking like or any sort of reaction, then your post isn't being seen by people. And the more times you do that, the less likelihood your post is actually going to be seen by anybody. So if you go sharing Facebook page posts in a group and do it again and again and again, and the group has nothing but shares from people's Facebook pages, nobody is bloody seeing it other than you when you go in to share it. And is it any sodding wonder that you don't get any business from it? No, because you are not actually offering anybody any help. You're just saying, buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. And if every post in the group is buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit from lots of different people, funnily enough, nobody's going to be in the slightest bit interested, nobody's going to get any business, and the group's going to be a load of crap. So what should you do? Well, how about you actually put posts in the group that people want to see, that help people, that advise people, that solve the problems that they've got that you actually solve in your business? Why not put questions in the group that engage people into reacting? Why not put stories in the group of particular clients or customers that you've helped? If you're in an industry where you can't share personal details, that's fine. Then use a fake name or don't use a name at all. But you can share a story. Create something that people want to see, that want to read. Do you know what they don't want to bloody read? You sharing a post from your Facebook page that says, buy my shit. Nobody wants to read that. How many people watch the adverts now when they're watching TV on Virgin Media or on Sky or on BT? How many people watch the adverts, or do you just forward it? In our house, we've got a system now where the wife's so good at forwarding adverts, she knows how many clicks she needs to put on the button to get right back to the start of the next part of the program. It's like 4 clicks forward, 1 back for 10 seconds, and bang, we're right there. It's really impressive. We don't see a glimpse of an ad. Nobody cares about your bloody adverts. What they care about is what you can do for them. And what you can do for them is not an advert. But this guy was insistent. This guy was arguing with me about, oh, no, this is what I should be doing. This is how I should be posting to the group. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to promote my business. Mate, our business is helping people like you grow your business through social media. When I tell you this is the way it should be done and what you're doing isn't actually working at all, you might want to pay attention to the advice I'm giving you. If I were to come to you and say, this guy's a locksmith, by the way, if I were to come to you and say, mate, this is how I want you to sort this lock out, you listen to me, all right, because I know what I'm doing, you can quite rightly tell me to piss off, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But when I'm telling you how you promote something on social media, you might want to listen to me and not blindly carry on regardless. So if you're in your own business, if you run a business, if you're trying to promote something on social media, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not just share your Facebook pages and the posts from your Facebook pages in local groups or in business groups. That does not work. Post in the group something useful, something people want to see, people want to read, people want to know about, something that will get engagement. Because do you know what? The more engagement you get on a post, the more people will see it. And then when you post next time, the more people will see it, because that's the way Facebook's algorithm works. It wants people to engage with posts. And if your posts are getting no engagement, nobody's seeing them. Now, don't go too far with it. Don't take it the other way and start posting engagement baits. You know, the kind of thing where you put 4 pictures up and then 4 emoticons over the pictures and say, hit like for this one, hit care for this one, hit love for this one, hit ha-ha for this one. Which one do you like best? That kind of crap. Don't do that. Because Facebook's kind of onto that shit as well. But post stuff that is genuinely useful. To give you an idea, think about the questions you get asked by your clients or your customers. What questions do they ask you on a daily or a weekly basis? Each one of those could be the start of a Facebook post. So in our industry, for example, clients ask us, how many leads do I need to get through the website before I start earning money? Or how long is it going to take me to rank on Google for this particular keyword? Or how many followers do I need on Twitter for it to start making a difference? Each one of those could be a post on social media. A genuine, informative, helpful advice post. Not buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope that's been useful. And if you are one of these people that is posting buy my shit in every Facebook group you can possibly find, please don't do it. You're not helping you, you're not helping the group, and you're not helping anybody else. You are just wasting your bloody time. I've been Darren. Thank you very much for listening to the Engaging Marketeer podcast. I would very much appreciate it if you could give me a subscribe or a follow on whatever platform that you're listening to at this time. And if you could leave me a review and a 5-star rating, that would be fantastic as well. And I will catch you on the next podcast.